and the prices are just out of this world. But we're gonna move and we're gonna groove to something that I was so excited about, because it is, of course, right this month, right now. The birthstone is diamonds. And in this case, in this bracelet from Rarities, we have not just diamonds, and I'm talking very close to my heart in the way of champagne diamonds, but you also have choice of chrome diopside or tanzanite as the accent in there. 466041 is the item number. Now, prior to this, if you've ever looked online at the videos that we have connected to the item, in this case, this particular bracelet, which I'd looked at myself earlier, the best price, and on that video, it showed $199.90. So we've taken another $75 off that price, down to $124.90. On the left-hand side, you have the chrome diopside. Remember, we had earlier that chrome diopside ring with the peridot. Maybe that could go along with it. But then on the outside here, these are not gems. These are diamonds. On the right-hand side, tanzanite. Two extraordinary gemstones, and two so diverse in the way of ecology, in the way of the environment where they are. You have this Imperial Siberian chrome diopside, where they have temperatures. They say it's the coldest place, the coldest city on the planet year-round. Then you have tanzanite, which is the foothills of Mount Kilimanjaro, where you've got desolate, barren area. And there's only one place on planet Earth where the tanzanite is found, and that is there. Now, this will fit. It's 7 inches in length and 1/8 wide, but you also have a drop on this of 1/4 inch as well. Black rhodium, rhodium plated, sterling silver base, and genuine gemstone. Now, the good news is they're available. If you're already in the ordering process for grabbing something else, do not pass up on the opportunity for this. You'll notice that the class, or I should say the links, will allow you to shorten this if you wish. I have under 70 of these between the two. $124.90, your flex pay is $41.63. So let's talk about the champagne diamonds. Again, 100% natural. In this world that we live in today, and I do have some blue diamonds coming up later on, and they've been color enhanced. Beautiful, genuine diamonds, but they've been color enhanced to bring out maybe a lighter shade of blue that they may have had to make it more intense. And it's an internationally accepted way of enhancing gemstones because it's permanent and it's, of course, beautiful. With champagne diamonds, El Natural, 100% natural. The gorgeous thing about champagne diamonds, like the little glass of bubbly that you have in there, that you'll have different shades, golden tones, pink tones that come through in it. That's a great shot, that close-up. Can we see this? Look at the color of that. Look at the green, look at that beautiful, now tanzanite is a fascinating gemstone. It's a trichroic, 3 variations of color come through in it. Surrounded with diamonds, everyone. $124.90. Your flex pay is $41.63. And get this, if you have the HSN card, your flex pay goes down to $31.22. So you get the 5-prong sets around the gemstones. Again, that beautiful, vibrant green that you have in there. Interesting too about the chrome diopside is that there's a tiny window of the year, each year, literally, I believe it's somewhere between 8 to 12 weeks only that they can get to the gem because of these temperatures. Altitude's obviously an issue, but then the temperatures. And notice there, great addition there that you saw Angie wearing there. That was that chrome diopside from Colleen Lopez and peridot ring. Many of those went from the preview just a few moments ago. 466041.